Hello Philippines, good evening to all. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our latest update on Typhoon Jenny with international name Koinu for this Wednesday, October 4, 2023. And this is our English version brought to you by Typhoon2000 in partnership with Naga College Foundation, Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Islands, Avenue Plaza Hotel, the local government of Naga City headed by our Honorable Mayor Nelson Ligacion, and our Honorable Congressman Gabi Bordado of the 3rd District of Camarines Sur. And before we proceed with our update, again, we would like to promote Comunidad's Climate Action Center. If you are an LGU who's willing to have your own Climate Action Center, as well as companies or multi-companies that are eager to have their very own Climate Action Center, please don't forget to visit Comunidad by going to our website, typhoon2000.ph, and click on the banner. You will be forwarded to a Google form, okay? Or you can contact directly Aaron Cabasal at 0976-160-7245 or email him at aaron.cabasal@comunidad.co. Okay, so let's begin with our update. Here's the latest fast animation. As you can see, the storm has just stopped moving northward and it's now moving straight towards the west. And after 24 hours of weakening because of dry air intrusion, the dry air intrusion has somewhat weakened and back to the usual moisture, increasing moisture content over the circulation. And during the past 6 to 12 hours, the typhoon has passed over warmer oceanic heat content and it's now rapidly intensifying. From 165 early this morning, it's now up to 215 kph or category 4 as it moves closer to southern Taiwan. And only the Batanes group of islands are experiencing stormy weather with tropical storm force winds of 60 to 100 kph, while the western sections of central and southern Luzon, including Mindoro and Calamian group, are being bombarded by the on and off rainfall brought about by the southwest monsoon, the last of the effects of the enhancement of typhoon, since we are now shifting into the Amihan season. So the rainfall here is not much, on and off, and some isolated scattered severe thunderstorms will also be expected here. The rest of the country will remain dry with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening. And out here to the east, southeast of Guam, we are monitoring LPA 97W, which is moving towards the west. And we have a shallow LPA here, which is fast dissipating. Now here's the zoom-in satellite animation from windy.com. And this loop is from 2 p.m. up to 7 o'clock this evening or 8 o'clock this evening. And you can clearly see here the rapid reintensification of Typhoon Jenny as it moves closer towards southern Taiwan, particularly the southern tip. And it's currently moving closer. And it's currently passing to the north of Batanes group of islands, roughly 200 kilometers away. And the Batanes group are now experiencing the tropical storm force winds of 60 to 100 kph gustiness. And regional rains will also be expected. About 50 to 100 millimeters is expected. The rainfall 24-hour accumulation within the storm is currently at up to 800 millimeters. But since the storm is moving, so we expect, particularly over Batanes, more than 100 millimeters of rainfall for the next 24 hours. And the southwest monsoon here to the south continues to bring on and off occasional rains and thunderstorms across Occidental Mindoro, Calamian Group, Northern Palawan, and the western sections of central and southern Luzon. Metro Manila will not be spared, so there is also some thunderstorms passing by, but not much compared to compared to the other areas of western Luzon. And if we take a look at the radar shot, this is from the Central Weather Bureau of Taiwan. This is the radar loop beginning at 4 p.m. this afternoon until 8 p.m. tonight. So you can see the eye of the typhoon being shown here using the Doppler radar of Taiwan. And the areas of Itbayat and Basco is under the inner bands of this system. So damaging winds are more concentrated along these areas. Okay, roughly 200 kilometers from the eye. So this is the area where damaging winds will be expected. Okay, and the area of Lanyo Island in Taiwan, or also known as Orchid Island, is now being buffeted by typhoon force winds of more than 120 kilometers per hour. And just like I said, it's already a Category 4 system, and the eye wall is starting to become more stronger. This is the reason why the system has rapidly intensified, as you can see here, based on the last oceanic heat content graphic. This is around 8 a.m. This morning. The system passed over high amounts of oceanic heat content of more than 100 kilojoules per centimeter squared. So expect rapid intensification after the system passes by. That's why right now it's reaching a high of 215 kph. But within the next few hours, until it makes landfall over the southern tip of Taiwan, as you can see here on our last track, which we issued around 12 noon, the system is currently right here. It's following the track of our forecast, and once it makes landfall over the southern tip of Taiwan, the terrain of Taiwan will play a role in weakening the winds of this typhoon. Okay, so we will be expecting this situation within the next 24 hours. Okay, so folks down here over Batanes, please take all necessary precautions for possible flash floods and landslides due to the intense rainfall associated with its inner rain bands of Jenny, as well as storm surge of 2 to 3 meters will be expected across Batanes and Mabuing Cubab Islands. So take all necessary precautions. Now let's take a look at the Asian agencies tracks. All of them agree it will make landfall over the southern tip of Taiwan. And if we take a look at the global models, so they all agree that the system will make landfall over southern tip of Taiwan. Actually, this is now the point of no return. The probability here is more than 90%, so it's most likely it will pass over this area. And if we take a look at the forecast of more than 3 days, most of them are now shifting the system to dive towards the southwest. Okay, so this will be the track of the system. After 2 days, it will dive down towards the southwest on what the majority of the global models say. Now let's take a look at the latest easterlywave.com ensemble. This is the ensemble of Typhoon Jenny, and this is the next one. It looks like it's increasingly becoming a possible threat over central and northern Luzon between October 10 to 12 next week. Okay, so we will be having another cyclone based on what we are seeing right now from the European model ensemble. And we have also another one that will form next week, moving towards Guam and recurving, and it won't enter PAR, but it's too early to tell if this will follow through. Okay, most likely the forecast of more than 5 days are still not yet final, so we are going to observe this. See, this is still uncertain, especially this track here. Okay, so let's take a look now at the latest wind and pressure forecast from the European model. And let's move towards Friday. So this is the new one that will form on the weekend. On Sunday, it will enter the Philippine area of responsibility as an active LPA or tropical depression, and it will move closer towards the coastal waters of the Bicol region, but it's far away, roughly 200-300 kilometers away. And this is the new track as a tropical storm or severe tropical storm. And on the early morning of Wednesday, October 11, it is expected to approach the coastal waters of Isabela, making landfall in the afternoon over Palanan. Okay, that's the vicinity on where the system will make landfall based on the new forecast from the European model. Yesterday, the track is somewhere here over the northern tip of Cagayan. Now it's here. Let's hope it won't go down, but we are going to monitor that new system for next week. And we have another one here forming at the back of this next system, but it won't enter the Philippine area of responsibility. It will pass in the vicinity of Guam or west of Guam, and it will start to move towards the north, but it will slow down because of a weak steering environment. So all eyes on this system, okay, and also this one. It will be this one first before the second one. So all in all, we have two potential tropical cyclones for next week. So we will keep you updated on that after Jenny exits the Philippine area of responsibility. Okay, and before we leave you, here's the rainfall accumulation forecast for the next 3 days until Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And as you can see here, this is the rainfall of more than 100 millimeters affecting Itbayat, and 50 millimeters to 100 millimeters affecting Basco and the island of Batan. While areas of Ilocos Norte and Ilocos Sur, the western sections, will also be expecting some heavy rainfall of up to 50 millimeters because of the enhancement of the southwest monsoon, more regionalized compared to basin-wide, because it's already at the end of the monsoon season. We are now autumn, and usually when we reach autumn, the southwest monsoon will start to weaken, and then by next month is the start of the northeast monsoon. And also the southwest monsoon will still affect the western sections of Central Luzon from Zambales down to Cavite, okay, Batangas, and also the western sections of Occidental Mindoro and Calamian Group. So this is roughly the scenario for the next 3 days. And those who are willing to have some fishing day for tomorrow or until Saturday, please do not attempt to move into these fishing grounds, because the southwest monsoon is currently being activated by the powerful Typhoon Jenny. Okay, so there you go. That's the latest on Jenny and the potential 2 upcoming cyclones for next week, and we will keep you updated on that, particularly by the weekend. Again, this is Mike Padua saying good night to all. Stay safe always. Be #TyphoonWiser, #WeatherWiser, and thank you so much for watching our channel.